Hey guys, welcome to my page. I'm Sarah with DIY with Crafty Sarah. Let me take care of my business here. And we'll see if anybody pops on. Trying to see where my... You guys, I'm always backwards. I'm always backwards. Okay. We'll see where that gets us. I'm on just a little bit early today, so we'll see. Hopefully we'll get some to hop on. And whatever. If you don't, you don't. It's fine. You can always catch the replay. So what I want to do is I saw another Chalk Couture designer do a door hanger or a wall hanger or whatever with one of these kind of slatty hearts. So I'm doing that, but I'm going to put a heart over the top of it, and I want, what can I do with that? And I haven't decided yet. Hi Lori, I'm thinking, so I'm going to put a design on one of these hearts and put it on this heart. So I'm thinking it's this the one I want, because you will see more of the outside of that. Otherwise, it would be this one. And it covers up a lot. You still are going to see some, but you won't see. So are you guys with me on the small one, or do you like the bigger one? Which one do you think? Here's the bigger one. So you wouldn't see as much as of the outside, and this is the smaller one. You would see a lot more of the outside, and I'm going to decoupage on the outside. That's what I'm leaning towards too, because I like the idea of being able to see the paper. Because what I'm going to do is, so this paper is from Stampin' Up. You guys, it's older than crap. What's it say? It doesn't. No date. It says Raspberry Tart. I just thought it was pretty. I just opened it up. I didn't take anything out. So I would like to do 4 different colors. And I definitely want that one. So this paper is also on both sides. So then there's another one. And there would be one. Should check. That doesn't really look Valentine though, does it, with the green on it? And then a big, there's that though. And then there's that. And there's that. I think that's it. Yep. And a nice piece of cardboard. I did, Lori, but I did not find it until like late this afternoon. I was getting so upset. I'm like, are you freaking kidding me? I figured that I had, so here's what I was looking for. It's a packet. It was this packet of the new Snoopy transfers, and these are the new Snoopy transfers. There's this little love one. There's one that says sweet but salty with Snoopy, with flowers and then without. And then there's this one that says love drives me crazy, and it's Beethoven and Lucy. I love that one. That's cute. And then there's this bigger one, but it has 4 small ones on it. And it says, you're a catch, and it's Lucy catching a heart. And you rock, which is Linus. And you're my number 1, Charlie Brown. And you're just my type, which is Snoopy. There's just 4 little ones here. So that's what I was looking for. And it was right here on this thing, right here in front of me. I have a little set of those Sterilite drawers right there. I was like, I had gone through everything. I had gone into the garage and looked. I am telling you, and I even reordered it. I reordered them all. So I'm going to have a whole nother set. So if anybody wants any Charlie Brown Valentine, let me know, because I'm going to have them. I actually would sell you these, or whichever one of these you want, and then because I have new ones coming. So this is what I want to put on that little heart. This little love with Snoopy, and he's got his little flowers in his hand. So I need to pick 4. This one to me is almost too plain because it's got a little teeny dot on it, but it's really small. So then, let's see here. So I should look and see what my paste options are. So I'm going to want, like, they almost even have like a peachy color. And we only have peach, well, we have peach cobbler, but really, I say that, and then, let me see here. So this is strawberry swirl. That might be all right. So tonight's live is going to take some time. And this one is slate rose. And I think that one would be okay too. Needs a little water, but it's still good. I'm just going to give it a spray and stir. I could do a pink, like a marvelous. Ooh. You guys, this stuff gets kind of snotty when you get it wet, until you get it stirred up. Oh man, did our weather change. Ugh. Today it's been a downhill slope all day long. Cold as can be. Let me see about this. Let me see about shimmer melon. If that might work too, you guys. Look. That's pretty good. I might like that one better than slate rose. And then we have, I wish I had our new color. I don't. It's coming, but I don't. There's marvelous, and I could squeeze that one in and it would match. It would be good enough. I also had a Valentine napkins, but I decided to use scrapbook paper instead. Let me stick these down here. I was checking to see if I had other napkins, and I didn't. So then I was like, yeah, I don't think so. Let me see about that. Oh, yuck. Nope. Nope, that definitely is a no. Probably going to end up there. Said I'm probably going to end up looking at some and throwing them away because that one was really light. There wasn't much in it. This one is too. Might be the time I clear off my shelf. I don't think so. I don't think I want to mess with that one either. I mean, I think this might be too orangey. Yeah. These are just kind of some different colors. And that's, I might be able to use that if I added white to it, you guys. Lightened it up a little bit. And you can do that. You can mix your paste up. Mix your paste with paste. And your ink with ink. And you can change anything. So today we had a launch, and they have some cute stuff, you guys. Really cute stuff. And I'm like, I feel like I should have known we were going to have a launch today, but I didn't really know until, actually I don't think I even knew about it till this morning when I went to watch our video in our designer headquarters, and then they started talking about this, which I know we always have Kickstart in January, but I guess I just didn't know the day. So if you spend $100, you get a free gift, and the free gift is pretty cute. It's a little wiener dog that is a. So when we go to Chalk Con, let me start here first. When we go to Chalk Con, for the last several years, they have allowed us to bring pictures, or I don't know. This one might be all right too with white. Do one or the other of different things that we would want them to have, that we would want them to make for us. This one is definitely good. And one of them was, you can't fix stupid. That's one of our transfers. There was a bunch that really wanted that, so they made one of those. And then there was another one, and I can't remember what it was. But there were two of them. They said that they wanted, those were big. So what they did, so then somebody might put a picture up, and then they give you spots to put on the different ones that you want. And these two ended up with a bunch of spots all over them. So they were really wanted by other designers. So there's a lot of really cute evergreen. This is everyday stuff, definitely. Okay, so first of all, I'm going to paint this heart white because I want it to be dry, because we will chalk on that. So here's my cardboard that just has tape on it, you guys. And I'm just going to paint it with white acrylic paint. And I debated painting this. I don't really think I need to. The only reason would be decoupaging, because I'm going to be putting Mod Podge on it. But so how was your day? Did you guys do anything today? It was rainy. It was so rainy. My dog, I took her outside and she went to like the edge of, went off our deck, down the steps, took 3 steps, peed, turned around and went right back up the steps. She's like, I'm done. And I did get her finally to go out later on and poo. And then we just went out a little bit ago and she went again. So I get worried because she'll get up in the middle of the night. She got up last night at 3:30 and woke me up. I'm not even sure. I took her out, but all she did was pee a couple times. And usually when she wakes me up like that, it's because she has to poop. And she didn't. She did not go that. So I wonder if she was hearing something that made her bark or what the deal was. But because then when I brought her in and put her, when I went back to bed, my cords are all tangled up here. When I went back to bed, she started barking. And she did that bark, you know, it's like, oh, whoa, 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 whoa. One of those where her head goes clear up and she's like leaning clear up and yelping. I don't know what that bark is, but when she does it, she's serious. She does it sometimes when we leave. Final session, yay. Hi, Chris. Yeah, didn't they turn out cute? They did. It only took me like 5 years to do them, but I'm not, and that's just no lie. I'm not kidding. And when Todd was here working on my laser, you know, I was out here with him because I know, he tells me, he goes, I work better alone. And that's fine. I mean, I don't need to bug him, for Lord's sakes. But I feel guilty if I was sitting in the house on TV and he's in here working. So I was just out here working away, just painting different things and doing some different things while he was working on the laser. So I told you guys that I sent an email to Thunder saying that I think it was time they honored the warranty, that my laser is not 2 years old and the warranty is for 2 years. And they were like, he sent me back a message and he goes, you want us to replace the machine? And I said, well, it doesn't work. And then he was like, well, let's try these things first. They'd send us a new tube. They send me new this and that. They mentioned Todd's name, which I thought was funny because they know Todd's the one doing the work. They know he's my guy. And they know that he knows what he's doing. So they said, well, see if Todd has tried this, and this. And I said, well, I think Todd's on the email, so he can answer it. So he's coming next Thursday and Friday to give her another try. Gosh, you guys, cross your fingers that he can get my stupid laser going again. I want to cut stuff so bad. I can't even hardly stand it. My friend has offered to sell me one of hers. I'm about ready to jump on it, and I'm not kidding. Okay, that may not quite be dry, but I'm going to, actually, I'm going to get it out of that puddle of paint there and set it down here on the floor. I tell you, I get paint all over me all the time. These colors are almost the same, but maybe not, I don't know. Okay. These aren't going to be big enough. Gosh dang it. Well, I could go that way. And I think I might. So what I'm going to do is, you guys, I'm going to get a pencil. Somewhere. And I'm going to mark that and I'm going to cut that. Let me grab one over here. I'll be right back. Right here, not going far. Nowhere in this room is far. So I'm going to take this and I'm going to, you guys, I got this heart the other day at Hobby Lobby for $3.99. 40% off too. Tomorrow morning I'm going to work at the treasure trove. They were asking for help today and I decided I'm gonna go do it. That kind of looks like some boobs. So I'm going to cut just a little bit beyond my line because I will sand that down. And I mean, not much. I'm not leaving much. Not leaving much extra. So if you are a Perks member or a designer, you can go to Design Studio on Facebook and you can see the other ideas that other designers do of different things, and it gives you ideas. And this was an idea that I saw. So I'm doing my own thing with it, but it'll be close, but not quite the same. Okay, so this is my first layer. And that will go on there. And then my next layer. So I think I want this to be my third. So we're going to have to go that way on that one too. So maybe we'll do this one for the second one. So again, I'm just going to lay. And I think I'm going to do the iron method. And I love the iron method, not lying. Like, is my pencil working? But it is. So this is designer paper that I've had for years. And I was going to sell it, and I have a bunch of it, and I might try to sell it. But then I think of, you know, I mean, like this. I can do different things. And I did these little owls over here. And it's always coordinating paper. You know, Stampin' Up! Always has paper, ink, all the stuff that matches. So, in the colors. So, raspberry, whatever this was, there was probably ink pads that matched it, and ribbon that matched it, and all the things. And I used to be in Stampin' Up!, so I would pick it up, you know, when they run specials, or when I would go do card workshops with a guy that used to have classes. We used to go once a month, and we had to spend, one person was a hostess, and she got to earn the gifts, the hostess gift, and so it was fun. We had fun. Those were the days. And then we used to do what we called SOS, and it was stamping on Saturday. And we'd all bring our stuff in. So we had crickets, and we had big shots, and we had all the things, all of our embossing folders, and so everybody's stuff was a free for all. And you would bring in you bring your stamps and your paper and all your things, and then I think that'd be all right for number 3. And this is going to be number 2, just in case I get crazy. And we used to have fun stamping. And we'd do it all day, you guys. We'd start in the morning and we'd go all day. So my 4th one, let's see, it's going to be this. So this might be good because it'll be a lighter color. And that's just going to be that little V at the bottom. Got my stuff done today. Well, my daughter is having, she is hosting. She's not having. She is hosting. No, you know what? I'm going to move that over because it's got the Stampin' Up! Thing down there on the bottom, and I don't really want that on my. How about I go this way? That'd be the wise thing, wouldn't it? Why would I do anything smart like that? She's hosting a birthday celebration for our youngest grandson's 1st birthday. That was January 1st. He has celebrated it with her mom, with the mom's side of the family, but this is our side of the family. So Amy's hosting that Saturday. And that's my dad's 87th birthday. That is nuts to think that he's 87. And he's really started to show his age in the last year or so. You know, he didn't used to look or act in his 80s, but he's definitely is now. Okay, so I'm going to take these, and I'm going to set these over here. And we need to get our Mod Podge on these. I marked that on the wrong side. What a goofball. Sometimes these erasers are so old they won't even. But I think just my dad will be there, and we're going to pick him up and take him with us. And I called the dog boarding today because we go to Vegas on January 26th. We go that whole week. If anybody knows anybody that's going to be in Vegas on Monday, January 26th, and they would like to buy tickets to the Sphere to see the Wizard of Oz, I have tickets for sale for the 5 o'clock show. So, because I'm goofball and bought tickets and then found out that our airplane doesn't fly out until 9 o'clock at night. Isn't that the dumbest thing? Where's my Mod Podge? Oh my gosh, you guys, it's got to be right in front of my nose. What the heck? Oh, there it is. Like, man, I'm losing it. Not that that can't happen, because it can. It totally can. So we're going to put some Mod Podge on our heart. Yeah, if you know anybody, please. It's an awesome show. I hear it's like amazing. Oops, I don't really want it in there. I overpaid for the tickets. I bought the tickets, you guys. I bought my tickets on Ticketmaster and didn't realize when I was buying them that they were already bought tickets that somebody else was selling. And they had marked the price up, and I didn't realize that. And I thought, holy mackerel. I don't know how much I thought those tickets were, but I didn't think they were going to be that much. Well, come to find out, I was getting gouged. So they double charged. They charged, so they bought them for probably what I could have bought them for, and then turned around and doubled the price and sold them to me. Now I know that I'm not going to get that much out of them because I turned around and bought tickets, made sure that I was on Ticketmaster. I mean, I was before, but they say that I didn't buy them from them. They say I bought them from a place called gotickets.com. And I may have been directed to that. I don't know. Because I buy all my tickets on Ticketmaster. So somehow I got tickets that somebody had bought and resold. And then I overpaid. But I know I'm not going to get that out of them. I just want to get something out of them. And I don't think I'm going to. I had a friend that's going to go. But she doesn't think that she can do that and do what she wants to do before that. So that is that, I guess. I was hoping she'd come through for me, but she didn't. So I'm just going to get this a little bit dry, and then I'm going to put another coat on it. Only because this paper is nice paper, you guys. It's not a napkin. It's not wimpy. It's nice, heavy scrapbook paper. Hi, Shay. I'm going, but I'm going Wednesday. Instead of going Monday, I'm going Wednesday to the 5 o'clock show. Because we like to do stuff in Vegas. I mean, you know, we like to go have fun, so. And my husband's family lives there. So it's like a family. It's fun. We get to see his sister, and his sister lives there, and his older brother and his younger brother live there. So it's like family week when we go. And then we have a friend that lives in Wisconsin, and that's that guy that got married this last summer that John and I went to that wedding on Washington Island, which was it was an experience, but it was an experience, I'm not gonna lie. It was an experience, but it was a beautiful place. I had no idea that there was an island off the Cove of Wisconsin. And I lived in Wisconsin when I was a little kid, but I never would have known that anyway. Okay, gonna try and get the heavies off the ends. And we'll get that dried. And then we're gonna Mod Podge. We didn't have to be all the way dry. Yeah, and I picked out my seat because the seat I picked out is a seat that a lot of people say they get apples. So when they start throwing apples from the trees, you know, when Dorothy goes in and they start picking the apples and eating them, and the trees are alive and they start throwing apples, they throw apples into the audience that say the Sphere, Wizard of Oz, they're felt apples, but I want an apple. So either I'm going to get one or I'm going to buy one. And they say that where we are sitting, a lot of people get apples. So, and those are my seats really close to the seats that I had for Monday. So those should be good seats too. Okay, I'm just gonna, I think that's gonna be good enough. Whoop. Got my lug press sitting on my cord here. There we go. So I'm going to set these down. Just a minute here. Isn't that funny? You can look from the back and tell better than you can from the front. Okay. Wondering, should I have, wonder if I should have painted these little things in here. I guess I can always go back and do that if I want to. Then I touch it like a goofball. Oh well. Wouldn't be right if it wasn't just like a hot mess. Wouldn't be right if I wasn't a hot mess. That one needs to come down just a skosh. Let's see what we got. Okay. I think that's good. What do you guys think? Isn't that going to be cute? I'm going to get out a Teflon sheet. And we're going to iron this baby. Well, for love of God, that stuff. What the heck? Okay, I got too many things there. Got my mud press sitting there. I like this method because I feel like you really don't have any lumps and bumps or anything like that. It sticks good. And I'm not even sure why, but it reheats the Mod Podge and makes everything just stick wonderfully. This baby is hot. You can just kind of go around your edges to make sure that. All right. I think we're good. And so I'm just going to take out my little gator sander and sand. Oh, let's see here. I always feel like I'm either really, really rough or really, really not rough. Well, that says 120, so let's see what that one does. So you always go down. And then you just peel off your paper. And this is, like I said, you guys, this is higher quality scrapbook paper, so it's a bit thicker. I might have used napkins if I would have had some different ones, but I didn't. And you can use gift bags, you can use wrapping paper, you can use whatever you want. Never thought about these in between. That might not be so easy. Okay, next step. So this is an emery board. And that works pretty well. And when all else fails, you go for the real emery boards. These little thingies. So I see my little, I'm going to iron that down a little bit better. I'll go up here and do this around here because that'll be easy. The outer edges are easy. think it's going to end up being pretty. So how's the weather where you guys are at? Who said, what? 51 tomorrow. Oh my gosh. He was, I forgot, he's January. Was the other one March? Is Jeremy March? Why do I think, I know yours is March. But why do I think his might be March? So I got top and the bottom, but isn't that cute? This glass kind of drives me crazy. I bet it's driving you guys crazy too. Vicky's son turns 50 in March. God, it seems crazy to think that we can have kids that are 50 years old, doesn't it? It's like, what in the world? It's like the other day Chris was talking, she was telling me that someone was saying something about her age, and she was just thinking, she's like 68, you know, she's not even not really giving it a thought. And then her husband goes, you're going to be 70 in July. And she's like, oh my gosh, I am. And I told her, I go, how in the heck did we get to be 70? I mean, not that it isn't a blessing, because it is, but it's like, she goes, I don't even feel like it. And I said, I know. And that's the thing. Is you know, you really, I mean, yeah, there's days when I'm tired, you know, I don't have the stamina that I used to have, but I don't know if that's because of my age or because of my health. You guys, I've been through a lot in the last few years, with my kidneys failing, and then my heart, having to have open heart surgery. It's like, what the heck? But it's just hard to get in here when one side is cut and the other side isn't. I want to get both sides. And then I went to Michael's the other day, yesterday, and the girl goes, do you have, are you in the military or are you something else? And I was like, no. And she goes, are you over 55? And I said, yeah, by a lot. And she goes, so they gave me a senior citizen discount. I'm like, listen, I'll take whatever I can get. Okay, that made it easier. Now there's nothing on the top, so I can get through here. And then I wonder if I shouldn't ink the edges. Don't you think we should? Or should we just leave them? Because the white on the heart is probably not going to be distressed. Although I could. I'm not against it. Not against it at all. I'm going to have to take my dog out one more time. I'm not looking forward to that. It started when about 5 o'clock, I ran down to the store to grab milk because my milk was dated. Do you guys drink your milk out of date? Or when it's dated, do you just immediately throw it away? I don't throw mine away. I am not scared about dated anything. And my family freaks a little over it. Not gonna lie. I threw away the milk that I had left. My husband goes, it was only going to last about another day. I'm like, how do you know that? You're a psychic now or what? I never, expiration dates don't scare me at all. Well, I'm not going to be one of those retired people that sits around in a recliner all day long. Not that I don't start there in the morning, because I do. Me and the dog. We have our morning coffee, and she didn't even, today, she's always up like by 9:45 to go potty. You know, she'll get up off me and she'll want to go potty. And today she did not even get up. I think she just, I don't know if she just knew it was crappy outside, or if she just, maybe she was tired because she was up part of the night. I don't know. She's an old girl. She's almost, well, she is 12. I think she's 12. But I called today and got her in for her boarding for when we're gone. And I hate that for her, but we gotta go. And we want to go, so that's part of being good dog parents. We take her to a good place. Okay. Let me see if this one. I'm going to grab that Teflon again. I think I'm just going to grab a smaller piece and just get these edges. I didn't even look to see what ribbon I have. If I have any ribbon that'll even go with this. I might not. Might have to end up buying some. These are kind of strange colors. I must have my Valentine ribbon on the other side of that, because I don't really have a lot of ribbon out here of Valentine's yet. Okay, so there's where we are. So do you think we should distress the edges a little bit? Just darken them just a smidge? Or not, maybe not. Because our heart is going to go right in there. But we could even go around the heart too. I am going to get a paper towel and wipe this off. These came from Michael's. I had them from last year, so they aren't anything new. If you were here, I'd give some to you because I have a lot. Oh my gosh. My paper ripped right there. What in the heck? Wonder if, I'm just going to put a little Mod Podge there. Well, let's see. What can I just put a dab? Just one little teeny dot. I must have caught it on something. I don't want that. No. Okay, I'm going to grab my ink pad. I might just grab like maybe Vintage Photo, because that's not really so dark. Let me see. I feel like this one's so big. It's not very big until you see this one. This baby's really big. It's like, what in the world? Probably don't even see it. Oh yeah. Do you know what? I'm not even going to go. I'm just going to go. Because my heart's going to be in here. So I'm just going to go over here. Over here. I like vintage, you know, like a little bit distressed, but I don't like, Rick will drink it, but you'll throw it away. But we get soy or lactose free. Yeah. Well, first of all, I don't like milk. So I don't drink a glass of milk in my life. When I was a kid, we used to eat cereal, but like as an adult, to drink a glass of milk, not going to happen. I did make pudding the other day. I think I've told you guys this before. I have a twin brother that died. He died when we were 60 of a heart attack. Like I was shocked out of my mind. And him and I have been together since we were in the womb. And we were close. I'd never spent a birthday away from him. Every Christmas of my whole life, every Christmas for 60 years, he was at my house, or we were together at our family house, or you know. And so whenever I feel like I need my brother, I make a cook and serve bowl of butterscotch pudding and eat it partially while it's warmed, while it's still warm. And it just warms my heart. It warms my soul. Makes me think of my twin. It reminds me of him because that was one of his favorite flavors. So I used 2 cups of my rotten milk for that. It wasn't rotten. And then I thought today, I looked at it, you guys would die. It was from January or December 28th. But it did not stink. It was not sour. It was nothing. It was nothing. And I think in the wintertime, things last longer than in the summer. In the summer, they don't last as long for me. But in the winter, they do. I would not have thrown that away until I smelled it and it smelled funky. And I would throw it away. But I threw it away today. And he always says, why do you buy a gallon of milk? Why don't you just buy a half gallon? Well, because a half gallon and a gallon price is not that different for us. And I just feel like it's a waste to buy half a gallon of milk. So I don't. But anyway, I think I'm going to go around mine. Just kind of on the edges. I want to sand this a little bit too. It looks a little rough to me. That's pretty dang cute, just like that, isn't it? Okay. Let's see. I'm gonna. Oh yeah. That smoothed it out like crazy. Doesn't take much sanding. And it really smooths it out. What do I do with my picture? I have a picture of my... Oh, let me grab it. I don't think I grabbed it, you guys. Just a second. I can't remember if I have to paint this in or if it is just chalked as is. I'm just going to look at my picture real quick and see here. I think I'm just going to chalk it. Oh gosh, my computer's so slow. Come on. Okay. I guess I didn't print it out. It was printing. It's printing now. So this is, it's a 4x6 size A. It's our least expensive transfers. And this is part of the Snoopy series, the Peanuts series. And this one is called Snoopy Love. Aw. Snoopy Love. So because I just painted that, I probably should wax it, but I'm just going to fuzz it a lot. Okay, let's see what happens here. Do I want it down that far? So this has a hanger on the back, so it could go on the wall. Or, you know what? You're not even going to see those. Well, if I scoot it up like that. Okay. Oh, I don't know. That's pretty sticky. I don't want to peel up paint. Okay. You know what, I could, well, we'll set that down. See, I could glue it on there and then do it, but then I have to wait for the glue to dry. This way, we can get this on here. Oh my gosh, you guys, the smallest little thing. Okay, I need black for Snoopy. Oh, you know what? I took black over here. Let me just grab one back here. I took it over there and did my barn. But I have a newer one here, so it's fine. It's fine. Let me grab. Okay. Is that gonna work? I always think these might be better, but you know what? Well, I guess they are. I was going to say, I don't even think these are that much smaller than that, but I guess it is. So I'm going to go over Snoopy, because he's just black and white anyway. Do you guys decorate for Valentine's Day? I put out a couple of things, but I don't get nutty about it. Same for St. Patrick's Day. I know Lori decorates for Mardi Gras. I would too if I lived in Louisiana. I just love the Mardi Gras colors, the purple and the gold. Those things. Okay, I think I'm going to raise that up. Yeah. Let me dry that. I'm going to dry that so that it doesn't pull up. See, I can even see some of the white paint on that. I should have waxed it probably. Kind of got hot there. Okay. Now the LOVE. And do I want any red in it at all? Good gravy. Ugh. I need to spend time going through my paste. I don't even know if I want to save this one, but I might try later. Okay. Whoop. Oh, come on. There we go. I think I'm going to do... Actually, I'm going to do that. And that. And that. We'll just see. we'll just see what happens. Sometimes I think I overthink, you know? It's like, just do it. Just do it and call it good. So this color is Shimmer Melon. Let's do Shimmer Flamingo on the L. You know, everything doesn't have to be red and pink, I guess, in Valentine's Day, right? Do whatever color you want to do it. And this one is Strawberry Swirl. And our new color is Debutante, I think it's called. And I ordered those, but of course they're not here yet. And someone thought that the new color was close to this color, but it's not. It's darker. And then we're going to do the O in Slate Rose. And that's really a dark mauve. There's a little Christmas green on that one, where that came from. Okay, now these little lines out here, I'm just going to do in black. Okay, let's see what we got. Well, my Marvelous, or my Slate Rose was already drying in the stencil. So I'll probably go back. You can see that. You can see it in the O, but it's still cute, you guys. Let me just a second. Just hold a second. So there's our little heart. Now I have these other little hearts, and I thought maybe we'd paint some of those and just lay some around. I don't even know where I got these, you guys. I think we'll just do that, those three like that. I think, don't quote me, but I think they are from Hobby Lobby in one of those little square boxes that has the different things in them. That's what I'm thinking. But sometimes I don't think straight. So we'll see. I'm going to grab a couple of these, our little palette dishes. And I'm going to use a paintbrush and paint, maybe I'll just set that in there. I'm going to paint this one, this color. I'm just going to use my chalk, you guys, because I'm not painting very much here. in reality, paint is a lot cheaper than chalk. So I use paint usually. But if I'm painting something really small. Well, there's that. It's shiny because that was shiny. And you know, I should have done, I should have stuck a piece of tape down and did it that way. Actually, gonna get a brush and just kind of get some of this stuff out of the creases, out of the nooks and crannies. And I'm just gonna grab a piece of tape. Like these things. They come from Hobby Lobby. And they're always full of, you know, several different kind of things. I think that's where these hearts came from. And those were $2.49, and those were probably 40 or 50% off too at some time. So I've got a lot of different ones because I snag them every time. Piece of tape works out good, you guys, because your stuff doesn't move on you then. Make sure we get lids back on the right ones. Oops, something's not right. Oh my, where's the other lid? Here it is. Wait a minute, I'm missing one, So I'm gonna chalk back over that on that O. And you know what? I may color those flowers in because I'm gonna have to go back over it anyway. So I may just color those little flowers in too and then go back over it. Pretty sure that's what I'm gonna do. Okay. Hi, Denise. So does Rick drink the lactose free and all those things too, like you do? Or does he not have to? Maybe he doesn't have to do that. Okay. So like I said, you guys, I am going to go back over that. See where that dark mauve kind of peeled up a little bit? And then Snoopy has flowers in his hands. I want those flowers to be a color. So I'm going to paint those a color. But we will glue this on. Yeah, my O looks a little rough. So we're going to fix that because we can. This glue always gets a big old goober on it. come on. That's ladylike, isn't it? My mother would be proud. Not really. So this one says love. So maybe we'll just put, maybe we'll put it up here. And this one is just little heart cutouts. And I'm going to just kind of put them cockeyed because I don't want them to be straight as a pin. That look funny. All right. So this is our heart we decoupaged on. We're going to glue this heart to this. And then I need it to be up like that, I think. And we could find, but I don't think I'm going to do that while I have you guys on, because we're at 9 o'clock already. So I'm just going to put some glue on. Let me think about this a minute. Wonder if I could. If I had my pencil, where would you be? Here. Wonder if I could draw around that, and am I going to see it? Yeah. Sort of see it. Okay. Tomorrow night, my granddaughter has a ball game. I'm going to work at the treasure trove in the morning, 10 to 1, and then she has a ball game at 4 and 6. Because she plays on junior varsity, and then she also is a varsity player. For basketball, trying to get it in my markings. There we go. This glue takes about, it probably takes about 5 minutes to set up. It's called art glitter glue, and it's amazing. It sticks. So once it's down, but it takes a few minutes for it to go down. But that also gives you a few minutes to move things if you need to. And let me tell you, I almost always need to move my stuff. It's crazy. Sometimes you think you have it right on the money, and you don't. Wish I had something heavy to set on it, but I don't. My buttons, I guess. Just trying to look at my ribbon and see. I must have my Valentine ribbon poked somewhere. Go figure. So I have red stripe, and I have, but it's really not red. It's more of a, it's kind of got some, that's why Stampin' Up! Would always come out with ink pads, pens, ribbon to match their paper. And so then it was always kind of odd shapes because, or odd colors because they want to sell you the stuff for them. They're not dumb. They are not dumb. Okay, you guys, there you go. That's our thing. That's our kit for tonight. That's our craft. Isn't that cute? So you could, this can hang up this way, or you could put holes and, or ribbons, whatever, ribbon, and hang it up that way too, however you want. Didn't that turn out cute? I love that. I think that was a great idea she had. And like I said, I could have used a bigger heart, but I like being able to see the paper. But, and I guess you could, I never thought about it, but the person could have even put some hearts up on these too, you know, because you basically have room on it. This one I think I will put a bow on. But if you wanted to sprinkle hearts, you could sprinkle hearts. There's even these big cutout ones like those, and those look like conversation hearts, kind of. So I will look and see what I have for ribbon, and I will figure something out. That's too small down there, so I wouldn't do that, and I would not do that. Maybe those, I'll think about that. You guys have a great rest of your night. I appreciate y'all so much for coming in. If you could sprinkle me, that would be awesome. Hi, Jennifer. This is our little project for the night. Just trying to decide. Deciding what to do. And this has the hook back here, so you could just run the ribbon right through that and hang it up right here, and I maybe would just do that. I think that's what I would do. Like, I have this little burlap that I bought at, actually they had this at the Dollar Tree, you guys. The Dollar Tree. And it's about the right size. But you could, not, I don't know if I will, this particular ribbon, but you could bring it right through that thing and have it hang up just like that. So, all right, I think I'm going to call it a night. You guys have a good weekend, and I will see you next time. Sprinkle me if you can. Thanks, you guys. I appreciate it. If you have any questions, just let me know. Hey, Cheryl. Yeah, I think those little wooden hearts would be kind of cute, too. I'll have to think about that a little bit and see what I come up with. So we'll see you next time. Bye-bye, guys.